Hello students. In today's video, we are going to learn about basic concepts related to GST, and this is not only going to help you in solving practice set 4.1, but this is very useful in your day-to-day life. It is going to help you lifelong understanding GST, because every little thing that you go to buy, it has GST on it. GST is an indirect tax that is levied on everything, each and everything that you buy. Okay, so let's get started and learn more about what is GST actually. GST, that is goods and service tax. GST is an indirect tax used in India on the supply of goods and services. Now, GST is implemented in India on 1st July 2017. So it has come into effect from 1st July 2017. But India is not the only country to implement GST. It was first implemented in France in 1954. It is a comprehensive, multi-stage and destination-based tax. Now, what does that mean? Comprehensive means it has subsumed almost all the indirect taxes except a few state taxes. Before GST, every state had a variety of taxes levied at different stages of training. Now, see, here so many different taxes you can see: excise duty, service tax, custom duty, entertainment tax, luxury tax. Okay, all these taxes have come under one roof, that is goods and service tax, GST. Okay, so earlier, now see this excise duty. This tax is levied on BD, cigarettes, petrol, diesel, etc. Service tax. Okay, in restaurants, etc., doctors, etc., have this service tax. Custom duty, whenever we import anything, we have to pay custom duty. Luxury tax, luxury cars, 5-star hotels, luxury tax. Entertainment tax on the movies, etc., that we go to theater and watch. We have to pay entertainment tax over there. You know, a movie ticket anytime you see, there'll be entertainment tax. So now henceforth, anytime you go to buy anything, just check how much is the percentage of tax you have paid. You go to DMart and you bought things, you will get to see, there are categories. Certain categories will come in 0%. They will have no tax. Maybe something like salt, etc., it will have no tax on it. You can check that it has got 0% tax. Then there'll be more things down, which will have 5% tax, then 12% tax, then 14% tax, then 28% tax. So you just check how much percentage of tax you have paid on what thing. Okay, so comprehensive it is. All these taxes have come under one roof, GST. Then it is multi-stage. GST is imposed at every step in the production process, but it is meant to be refunded to all the parties in the various stages of production other than the final consumer. It is also called as destination based tax because tax is collected only from the final consumer. Now see, at every stage of production, let's say a person bought raw material. On that raw material, person had to pay GST. Then in the production, whatever other things were there, on that he had to pay GST. Then he sold it to the wholesaler. Wholesaler had to pay the GST. Then wholesaler sold it to the retailer. Retailer had to pay the GST. Then retailer sold it to the consumer. Consumer also paid the GST. But all these people who were involved in the production process, let's say the person who actually produced, the wholesaler, the retailer, they will be refunded the GST that they paid. This we are going to see in 4.2 practice set, how it is refunded back. Okay, so at every stage it will be refunded back. Only government will collect it from the final consumer. Rest all the GST that they paid will be refunded back to them. So that's why it is also called as destination based tax, because it is collected from the point of consumption and not from the point of origin. All the taxes are subsumed under GST. That's why it is one nation, one tax, one market. GST is in effect from 1st July 2017. So GST is one nation, one tax. All the taxes have come under one roof. Okay, now next, this tax invoice is given in your textbook. If you open it and see, it will be very good. Now it is written there, tax invoice of goods and purchase. Now like this one, this is for goods. Like this one you will have for services also. And we have to learn this in details to understand how is GST calculated. So as I told you, henceforth if you get any bill, just check it properly what all things are given on it. Now this is one sample bill that they have given. Now a bill generally has a name of the shop. Now here see, it has got A to Z Sweet Mart. Okay, then its address is given, 143 Shivaji Rasta, Mumbai 4001, Maharashtra. Then the mobile number of the shopkeeper is given on it, and also the email address. Then there is a bill number, because they have to fill the details in the computer also, right? So for that they have a bill number. Then there is a date, and also there is GST in number. Now what is this GST in number? That also we are going to study in details, but in brief I'll just tell you. GST in number is a 15-digit number, like how we have PAN card 10-digit number. Like this is 15-digit number, and we see this in between these 10 digits that you can see, these 10 digits, they are the PAN card number of the, see this one, this is the PAN card number of the shop, ABCDE 1234H. So these 10 digits are the PAN card number. First two digits 27 is the state code. Now since the shop is in Maharashtra, this 27 is the state code for Maharashtra. Now you go to buy any bill, you will find 27 on the GST in number if it is in Maharashtra. Now then there is 1. Now this 1 means one registration. So that means on this GST in number there is only one register. So this particular person has got one shop only. This Z is by default. Okay, by default this Z will be there in everything. And the last number, number 5. Number 5 is the check code. Check code means what? Whether, see, whenever you go to upload on GST portal, you may go to file the tax, or you may go to get your refund. That time it will check whether your GST number is proper, everything is proper. So that is a check code. And this number, GST number, is mandatory for those shopkeepers whose annual turnover is more than 20 lakhs in the previous year. So that's in brief, we learnt about GST in number. Now see what all else is given in the bill. There is an HSN code. Okay, this is a code given to each product, HSN code. So that makes it easy for you to enter data into computer, etc. Then there is a name of a product given here. Then there is a rate. Rate means per kg how much, or per packet how much is the rate. Then how much quantity the customer has bought, that is written here. Okay, now see 400 rupees is there per kg, but only half kg is taken, so taxable amount is 200, right? Now what is CGST and what is SGST? CGST means Central Goods and Service Tax, and SGST means State Goods and Service Tax. So whatever tax or whatever GST we pay, that is sum of CGST and SGST. Now for example, see on payday, 5% tax he had to pay. So 2.5% went to central government and 2.5% went to state government. So 5 rupees he paid to central government and 5 rupees to state government. So total 10 rupees tax he paid on payday. So payday 200 was the original price, it became 210. Okay, so similarly all other things we will be learning and studying this invoice, tax invoice in details later on. Now just Let us see GST. GST is the sum of CGST and SGST, I told you. Now, instead of SGST, here we have UTGST. What is this UTGST? Now, in India, we have 28 states and 8 union territories. So, in case where we have union territories like, let's say, Ladakh or Delhi or Pondicherry or Chandigarh or Lakshadweep, these places are union territories. Over there, you will not have SGST written on the bill, but it will be written as UTGST. Okay. Now, IGST and SGST, it is when the transaction has happened within the state, within the same state, inside the Maharashtra. But when any transaction or let's say transport happens in two different states, if something comes from Delhi to Maharashtra or Punjab to Maharashtra, or transaction happens between two states, interstate transaction, so that time we have IGST. IGST we don't have to study in this year, at least in your syllabus it is not given, but just to understand what is IGST. Then GST in, I have already told you, goods and service tax identification number. It is mandatory for the dealers whose annual turnover in the previous financial year exceeds rupees 20 lakhs. Now PAN has 10 alphanumeric numerals. Similarly, GST has 15 alphanumerals. This is the example which we saw. 27 is the 2-digit for state code. Then this is the 10-digit PAN of the firm. This is represents one registration. And this Z is uniform for all. This is by default. And this number 5 is checksum digit, or you can say it's a check code. It confirms the validity of GST in when entered on GST portal. Now HSN code we had seen in that invoice, right? All goods are classified by giving numerical code called HSN code. Full form of it is Harmonized System of Nomenclature. Nomenclature means giving names, right? So they just want to make the system harmonized. Instead of giving different names and all, enter the code, it's better, no, in the computer system also. So there is a code given for each kind of goods, and that code is called as HSN codes. You are not expected to remember these codes, of course. Tax invoice of goods purchase. So this invoice we saw just now. Now let us see some questions related to this. The price of 1 kg of payday is 400. Therefore, cost of 500 gram of payday is rupees 200. We saw it here, right? Now, CGST at the rate of 2.5% is on payday. How much is CGST? Look here. At the rate of 2.5%, 5. Okay, CGST we have got 5, and SGST also 5. Always remember, CGST and SGST will be same. So percentage is 2.5%. So here 5 will come and here 2.5% will come. Here this is actually 2.5%. So CGST at the rate 2.5% is rupees 5, and SGST at the rate of 2.5% is rupees 5. Okay, so CGST and SGST both are 5 and 5. So total GST becomes rupees 10. It means that the rate of GST on payday is 5%, and hence the total GST is 10. The rate of GST on chocolate is chocolate. Rate is 80, but rate of GST is how much for chocolate? 14% plus 14%. So 14 plus 14, 28%. 28% is the rate of GST on chocolate, and hence the total GST is, so how much total GST paid? 11.20 plus 11.20. Total GST will be CGST plus SGST. So 11 and 11, 22, 22.40. Okay. So rate of GST on chocolate is 28%. See how I calculated? 14% CGST and 14% SGST. So total rate of GST on chocolate is 28%, and hence the total price or the total tax that he paid on GST on chocolate is 22.40. Rate of GST on ice cream is ice cream. How much is the rate of GST? 9% plus 9%. Rate of GST is 18%. Okay. And as the total cost of ice cream is, total cost became taxable amount, that is we can say MRP plus the tax. So total cost of ice cream became 236 rupees, right? So rupees 236 is the total cost. So like this kind of invoice may be given in the exam, and such activity based questions may be asked. So it's very important to know how to find it. On butter, CGST rate is butter 6% and 6%. So sorry, CGST is asked, so 6%. 6% is CGST, and SGST is also 6%. Always remember, CGST and SGST will be equal. So GST rate is 12%. Okay. And rate of GST on bread is 0%. See, on bread there is no tax at 0%. Okay. So the rate of CGST and SGST is same for each product. Rate of GST are different for different products, such as 0%, 5%, 12%, 18%, and 28%. Okay, and there would be certain luxury items which may have more than 28% also. These rates are fixed and prescribed by the government, and there may be changes. Some items may be brought in 5% bracket, some may be then shifted to 12% bracket. It depends on the government. Every year it may be changed. In the tax invoice for goods, there is HSN code, while in the service invoice there is SAC code. Now what is this SAC? Services are classified and special code numbers are given to these services, and these are called SAC or SAC, Service Accounting Code. SAC means Service Accounting Code. So we had HSN code in case of goods, and SAC code is there in case of services. So let's see services ka tax invoice now. Now here somebody has gone in a restaurant maybe. Now this is at Khed. Food Junction is the name of that junction. Khed Shivapur, Pune. So it's in Maharashtra, right? Invoice number is given, mobile number and email is given, invoice date is also given. Okay. Then here the GST in number is given, 27, state code of Maharashtra. This is the PAN number up to B. Then there is one registration, Z is default, and this A is GST check code. Now this is a SSC number for various services that you are provided. It is not for the goods. Okay, these are not the goods. Now you are sitting in a restaurant and you are given that service. Okay, so it is coming under the service tax, SAC. Okay, you are not going in any grocery shop and asking to give you the coffee, but you are actually sitting there and having coffee, right? So it is service provided to you, and all these services are having taxed at 2.5%. Okay, so total tax of 5%. So in a restaurant when you go to have, it is 5%. Okay, maybe if you go to 5-star hotels, it will definitely have more tax, right? Now coffee which you can have at 20 rupees here, maybe in 5-star hotel it would be at 200 rupees, we don't know, right? So depending on what kind of hotel it is, so that is how the rate is more over there, because it is taxed more. So now let's look at this coffee. Now the person has had coffee, one coffee. Rate of one coffee is 20 rupees. Rate of one coffee here is 20 rupees. Now CGST at 2.5% on it we have to calculate. So how do we calculate? Now earlier sum it was given, right? Earlier invoice. Here it is not given, so we have to calculate. Now on 20, 2.5%. Now you all know percentage means upon 100. So 2.5% is going to be 2.5 upon 100. Right? So that's 20 ones are 20, 25s are 100. 2.5 upon 5. So we can write that as 25 upon 50. We have shifted the decimal point that side. So that's 25 ones are 25, 25 twos are 50. Half means that is going to be 0.5. So that's going to be 0.50. So we got 50%, 50 paisa. 50 paisa CGST we had to pay on coffee and 50 paisa SGST, because CGST and SGST is same always, right? So 50 paisa CGST and 50 paisa SGST. So total 1 rupee we had to pay GST. So 20 rupees coffee became total 21 rupees. Okay. So the base price of 20 was 20, and with tax of 1 rupee it became 21. So 50 paise, 50 paise. So total GST on coffee is 1 rupee. Okay. Now CGST at the rate of 2.5% on masala tea. Now somebody has taken masala tea, 10 rupees. Okay. Now here 2.5% is there, so here also 2.5% only CGST will be there. Both are going to be same only. Okay. So how much will be on 10 rupees? On 10 rupees 2.5%. 2.5% means 2.5 upon 100. Percent means upon 100, right? So this is 10 ones are 10, 10 tens are 100. So that's 2.5 upon 10 means 25 upon 100. Now this is divided by 100 means we know just shift the decimal points 2 places here. So that is going to be 0.25. That means 25 paise. So obviously on 20 rupees 50 paise was the tax. So on 10 rupees half of 50 paise, 25 paise. 25 paise. Now all these coins we are not getting also. 25 paise, 50 paise, they have become outdated. We don't even get to see 25 paise anywhere nowadays, right? So 10 rupees, so that became 10.50. 25 paise is 50 paise, right? So 10.50 paise this will become total on masala tea. Okay, and here on masala dosa, let's see. So on masala tea we are having 25 paise and 25 paise as a tax, and CGST at 2.5% on masala dosa. Now masala dosa 2 they have taken. 2 masala dosas are taken. One masala dosa is 60 rupees. So 2 masala dosas are going to be 120 rupees, right? So this total bill is going to be 120 plus 40. This is 30. So total bill is of 150 rupees. Okay, total bill is of 150 rupees, but plus it will have CGST and SGST. Now anytime you go to the restaurant, just check, you will have your total bill there and down they will show you the tax. CGST so much, SGST so much. So after tax your bill became so much, like that they give nowadays. Okay, so you will get to see the tax over there. So on 120, 2.5% means how much? Find out. 2.5 upon 100. Okay, this 0 went, this 0 went. 2 6 are 12, 2 5s are 10. Okay, wait, let us not do like that. Instead, easier way is this. On 120, 2.5%. Four threes are 12. These 0 and okay, 4 threes are 12, 4 zeros are 0. 4 threes are 12, 4 zeros are 0. 4 twos are 10. 4 twos are 8. 9 10. 4 fives are 20. This is 25. So 25 ones are 25 and this is 0.1. Right? Now 30 into 0.1 is 3. So on 120 rupees you will get 3 rupees tax. Okay, so this also with 2.5%, 3 rupees. So total 6 rupees, 3 plus 3 6. So this masala dosa will become of 126 rupees. So how much is the total now? 6 plus 1 7, 2 4 5, 4 5, 157.50. Okay, so 7.50 rupees is the total tax he had to pay. 150 was the actual bill, 150 was the actual bill, and this 7.50 was the tax. So one grand total is 157.50. So this is 3 and the grand total will be 157.50. Okay, I hope you have understood the working of this bill. So the next is, here they have given you the list of various items that come under 0%, 5%, 12%, 18% and 28%. So in 0% you will see all the basic things, right? Essential commodities like food grains, fruits, vegetables, milk. See, there are so many very poor people that also live in the country, right? So these are the needs of the, we can say, very basic needs. So everybody should be able to fulfill these needs. It should not be difficult for common people. That's why they are kept at 0%, so that the basic needs of everybody should be fulfilled. Okay, then rest all things which are at 5% are transport, railway transport, this that, air transport of economy class, but business class would come under luxury. Yeah, business class, this is of economy class. So this is the list. It is definitely given in your textbook. You can go through it. See, we can see the luxury items, 28%. All the luxury items, motorcycles, spare parts, luxury cars, pan masala, bidi, tobacco, these tobacco, no, these things government want to ban. Tobacco, you can see. So these things, aerated water, all the cold drinks, they are highly taxed. You know what is there in that? Just water, but we get it for so much high rate, no? So that is because of the taxation. GST rates are subject to change. Electricity, petrol, diesel, etc. not under the purview of GST. That is why we see every day the petrol hikes sometimes. In a month, so many times, and there was so much agitation also over petrol prices hike. So this is the date of 16 May 21. You can see over here just the base price of petrol. Now petrol diesel, every state has its own taxation. So you'll see rate of petrol diesel will be different in different states because it is not brought under GST. Whereas all the other taxes we saw, excise duty, luxury tax, this tax, that tax, all the taxes have come under GST and they'll be same all over the India. One nation, one tax. But petrol diesel prices you'll find, you go to travel from let's say Delhi to Kanyakumari and so many states you will cross and go and so many times you have to fill your tank up. So that time you will find that the tax is different in different state. Okay, base price is 34 here. Now just see, on that center will have its XIC. Now this is what freight means, in transportation etc, whatever cost it has got for per liter. Okay, this is cost of 1 liter. So let's say the base price of the 1 liter is 35 rupees also. 35, let us assume the round figure. Now see, on the center will have its excise duty 32. So this is 32.90 rupees will go to the center, and then state will have its own VAT. Each state will have its own different VAT. So Delhi is having its VAT 21.36. Okay, so 9 plus 3 is 12, that's 5. So 55.26. We have not taken dealer's commission, this we have excluded. Still 55.26 is just the tax. So you can imagine how much percent it is. It is almost double the actual price of the petrol. Okay, but this is the means of earning for government, right? In the times of crisis etc, like pandemic, like corona, government needs to have money when all the other businesses are out and they don't get any taxes from there. So this is the means of earning for government, to do a lot of other things. So that's why this is not, petrol diesel is not brought under GST. Okay, so that's it for this video. In the next video we will start with practice set 4.1 actually. Hope so the concept related to GST are understood very well. Thank you so much.